Okay, gentlemen, so if you're a man at the helm of a business and you are currently wasting minutes, hours, weeks, and even months mulling over decisions, only then to flip-flop back and forth, double-guessing yourself once your mind's made up, then in this video right here, I'm going to take you from a poor, tormented bastard into a man of conviction, confidence, and courage. Or in other words, consider this video your daily declaration on how to make decisions when confused, chaotic, and under the cosh. So let's jump in and have at it. All right, gentlemen, so my name is Charlie Hutton, and on this channel I help men who are at the helm of a business, who are overwhelmed, fatigued, and full of potential to make more, provide more, and be more, even in today's fucked up bluff of boom or bust. So today, well, let's talk about courage and more importantly, how men like you and I have to be decisive and disciplined in decision making. Because the truth is, while making decisions, it's a skill, it's a muscle, and it's hard. But if you, my friend, want to increase profit, performance, and ultimately unlock productivity, then it's a power that we need to start harnessing. The good news being today, and as you keep watching this video, you will start to unlock that power in the fastest, most efficient way that's possible for you in the game today. But before you see all of that, let me walk through why you might be feeling on the back foot. You see, here's the kicker, and what you might be starting to notice. The more progress that you make, the more decisions that ultimately need to be made. And when I say decisions, I mean big, monstrous decisions that when push comes to shove can be the difference between you booming or busting. But here's the thing, because I don't know about you, but for me, and I guess for most of the other smart, ambitious men that I encounter on this journey, I suspect you want an easy life. And an easy life, when it comes to making decisions, far too often means that we end up procrastinating and, well, putting shit off. The worst part being, and if the numbers are to be believed, there is a direct correlation between the number of decisions that you and I make and the ability that we really have to provide and protect. Or in other words, the numbers show the successful self-made men share one single quality: decisiveness. Meaning, my friends, if you want to be successful and you want to stop bleeding money, then it's time to consider that you and I do not have the luxury of letting decisions dwell and fester, and instead, we need to make sure that decisions are made with speed and full force, even when we're feeling under the gun or pressured by others. Good news being is that right now and in the next 3 minutes, as you stay tuned in and keep listening to the sound of my voice, we're going to transform you into a ruthless man of action. So, step number 1, make small, irrelevant decisions fast. First things first, what we need to consider is that before anything else, you need to be comfortable making decisions. So this first step, it's a biggie and it's super stealth, especially if you want to be consistently confident in your choices, because the goal here is simple. The goal is to train yourself to be comfortable making snap decisions and making those snap decisions fast and on simple, small stuff first. So here's what I mean by that. Stop sweating over the small stuff and start making small decisions in 3 seconds or less. Going to the shops to buy a drink, let's make a choice in 1, 2, 3, then accept the choice that's been made and forget about it. Going to a restaurant, make a choice about the food in 1, 2, 3, then accept the choice and forget about it. If you do this for a week straight on all the small stuff, you will be amazed how mentally you get used to making decisions fast and stop double guessing those decisions that you make. You see, you do this with the small stuff, and well, the good news is you'll naturally start doing it with the big stuff too. And of course, here's what's really good about that. Starting to make small choices fast and publicly gives you real power. Not only the internal power, but a fucking superpower as far as other people are concerned. See, decision making, well, for the mass majority, it's like a force of nature. And when others start seeing that you have it, you'll naturally increase your power at work, you'll naturally increase your status with friends, and you'll naturally increase your loyalty among others too. So now that you're starting to get comfortable with making small snap decisions with speed and full force, the next step is to get you certain which choice is the right one. Or in other words, how can you know with 100% confidence that you're making the right choice? It's easy. Step number 2, well, we remove all emotions. Now, I'll be honest with you, I covered this in another video, and I'll link to that in the description below. But long and short of it is, when it comes to decisions, we need to ask this simple question: which option will move me closer to my goal? Or in other words, which option allows me to make more, provide more, and be more as a man in this game today? This one question alone removes and focuses you, my friend, on the end result of each potential choice and outcome. After all, if something will push you further away from where you're heading, what's the fucking point of wasting time, energy, and effort on it in the first place? This will not only help you make better decisions, but will also stop you from compromising and bending over backwards for others and what they want and what they think is the right thing. Are you with me? Good. So now that you're starting to get comfortable with making those small snap decisions, and now that you're starting to feel 100% certain in the decisions that you are making because they are being made for the right reason, The final piece of the puzzle, well, that's to ensure that you are still 100% confident in your choices after they've been made and even when the shit starts to hit the fan. So step number 3, well, always have a plan B. Look, it's time to consider that in this new economy, a plan B is no longer optional. You see, a plan B allows us to be certain that if things go south, you can be confident that you already know the next steps, no matter how big that tornado of shit. The best way to create a plan B? Utterly simple. Once I've made an initial decision, the first thing I like to do is I like to create a shit list of all the possible things that could go wrong. I literally spend 30 seconds going through the process of getting all the fucking noise and negativity out of my head and onto the page. Not only does this clear the internal chatter that causes overwhelm, but 9 times out of 10, when you look at that list, it's actually way fucking smaller than you think, which reinforces the confidence and conviction in that original choice. Make sense? Perfect. So right now, you should be starting to feel comfortable making decisions by training yourself to act with speed and full force. You should feel certain which decision is the right one by ruthlessly removing any and all options that take you away from being able to provide and protect. And you should feel confident in your conviction that if shit goes down, you're prepared to deploy plan B efficiently and quickly. Your next step, my friend, is simple, and that's to watch this video right here, because when you do, this will happen.